Welcome back to Ophthalmology for undergraduates and postgraduate beginners. Today I am going to tell about the simple anatomy of the retina. You know that anatomy of the retina is composed of a cross section as well as the mapping of the retina. As far as the cross section is concerned, there are 10 layers in the retina. The 10 layers can be divided into 4, 3, 2 and 1. What is this 4, 3, 2, 1? 4 is components. 4 components are cells. 3 is 3 connections. 2 is 2 coverings. 1 is the central processing unit of the retina. So this is what is about the 10 layers. Now let us learn to draw a simple anatomy of the retina. Anatomy of the retina can be drawn like this. We know that there are 4 components or cells. The first thing I am going to draw is the first cell, that is the retinal pigment epithelium. The second cell I am going to draw is rods and cones. This is called as the photoreceptors. The third cell I am going to draw is bipolar cells. The fourth cell is the ganglion cells. So there are 4 components or cells. One is the retinal pigment epithelium, layer of rods and cones or photoreceptors. You have the bipolar cells, you have the ganglion cells. Next I am going to draw the connections. I told there are 3 connections. One is the connection between the photoreceptors and the bipolar cells. Other is the connection between the bipolar cells and the ganglion cells. The third connection is connection between the ganglion cells and the brain. So I am going to take this fibers from the ganglion cells like this. So there are 3 connections. One connection is the outer plexiform layer. This is the inner plexiform layer, that is the nerve fiber layer. Now I said there are 2 coverings. One covering is the external limiting membrane. The external limiting membrane will pass through the center of the rods and cones. You see that the rods and cones are having 2 portions, outer portion and the inner portion. So it passes through the center of this. That is the external limiting membrane. I am going to draw another line here, inner to the nerve fiber layer. That is the internal limiting membrane. So there are 2 coverings. The fourth one is the one central processing unit of the retina. What is the central processing unit? That is the brain of this retina, where things are initiated to give us a good vision. So that is the nucleus of the rods and cones. That is the nucleus of this rods and cones are called as the central processing units of the retina. So there are 10 layers in this retina. The first layer is retinal pigment epithelium. The second layer is rods and cone layer. The third layer is external limiting membrane. The fourth layer is outer nuclear layer. This is the outer plexiform layer. Inner nuclear layer, inner plexiform layer, ganglion cell layer, nerve fiber layer and internal limiting membrane. So these are the 10 layers of the retina. You can draw it easily and understand better. Coming to the mapping of the retina. What is this mapping? What are the portions of the retina? You have the peripheral retina and the central retina. The center part of the retina is called as the macula lutea. So I have drawn the retina here. This is the optic disc. This optic disc is approximately 1.5 to 1.75 millimeters in diameter. From the optic disc arises the vessels, retinal vessels. Now, this portion is called as the center of the retina. That is called as the macula lutea. So, the macula lutea is approximately 4 times the size of the optic disc. So, you can draw like this. This is called as the macula lutea. This is about 5.5 millimeters in diameter. This is called as the macula lutea. In the center of the macula lutea, exactly as the size of the optic disc, you have this fovea. This is called as the fovea. This is about 1.5 millimeters in diameter. In the center of the fovea, for about 0.35 millimeters, you have a portion called as foveola. So this is about 0.35 millimeters in diameter. In the center of the foveola, you have a small depression that is called as the umbo. This is about 0.15 millimeters. So you can see that the macula is about 5.5 millimeters. 1/4 of the macula is the fovea. 1/4 of the fovea is foveola, and in the center there is a small depression that is called as the umbo. What is the difference between this central retina and peripheral retina? This macula lutea portion of the retina gives the highest clarity of vision. This is the portion by which we assess the visual acuity of the person. This portion is containing only cones. The rest of the retina contains the rods as photoreceptors. The cones are distributed in the macula in the highest density, particularly the center of the macula lutea, that is the umbo and the foveola, which gives the highest clarity of vision. This portion of the retina, that is the central portion of the retina, gives you good vision in daytime and when there are bright lights, that is called as photopic vision. The peripheral portion of the retina, that is the retina that is having the rods, gives you only black and white vision in the darkness or when it has become night time. So that is the portion giving you the scotopic vision. The retina is divided into 4 portions by drawing a line passing through the center of the macula. So this is the center portion. This is the supranasal retina. This is the infranasal retina. This is the supratemporal retina and this is the infratemporal retina. This is how we divide the retina into 4 portions. You should not mistake that you have to draw the line through the optic disc. Optic disc is not the center of the retina. Optic disc in fact does not directly give you any vision. It just passes the nerve fibers out of the eye towards the brain. It does not have any other functions apart from being a transmitting unit. Next, one more thing everybody will be asking you. In the center of the macula, you don't have all the 10 layers of the retina, because there are very high concentration of cones in the center of the macula. All the other layers are pushed towards the periphery. So, in the center of the macula, only cones will be present, over which you will have the internal limiting membrane. You will have the retinal pigment epithelium behind it. All the other layers will be pushed towards the periphery. So with this, I will stop the simple anatomy of the retina. We will discuss about this topic as a clinical applied anatomy in the next sessions. Thank you.